Welcome, everyone. We're going to do the final draft of the preview stream. This is the M21 Wizards of the Coast sponsored preview stream. I have a God account that allows for unlimited drafting today, just for today. Then they take this account back, and I don't get it no more, and I have to just make my way in the world on my own without Wizards God accounts. And when I do, I will buy my Magic cards begrudgingly because they're not free at cardkingdom.com. No, not begrudgingly. I love cardkingdom.com. And I don't mind paying retail for my stuff. And they are a great place to get it. If you need anything for your physical Magic game, anything on your tabletop, singles, sealed product, supplies, all that stuff, you can get it at cardkingdom.com, and check it out in my affiliate link, please. That lets them know you got there from here. It's helpful to me. Table is almost ready. Waiting for one other. Someone probably fell asleep waiting for the queue to fill. It's been a little slow today, but only because it's streamers only right now. I'm not suggesting there's anything, any issues with the population density of the live server, but we're on the special VIP server here. Well, I took this last time and then couldn't even play it because it hurt our strategy so much. We could take it and try to build around it a little more this time, but what else have we got? If we're going to take a black card, though, we should just take Grasp. It's better than this. So I'm going to start on good old Grasp of Darkness. Leafkin Avenger is interesting. A little plant for that red-green Druid Elemental deck. Oh, sorry. Gosh, I keep forgetting. My bad. It's because I'm doing the pitch in the middle of the whole draft thing. Sorry. Anyway, we have a Grasp of Darkness. Hopefully I'll be remembering tomorrow when I'm not trying to do things midstream like that. Yeah, I think we just take Grasp. What's missing from this? There's not a lot of blue here. Maybe we'll end up in blue-black or something. Larcenist is just okay. Rise Again is not worth taking here, but maybe that comes around. It could be part of that strategy. This is the only real green card in the pack. What does this do? You really have to be doing the second part. So this is not good on its own at almost any point in the curve. So to really be happy with this card, you're going to want to be doing other things with +1/+1 counters. But maybe it could be taken in with that in mind. I'd rather just have like a Skeleton Archer or even like a Mistral Singer here. What's this Gale Swooper? You take the Gale Swooper. That's also interesting. We've got nowhere near white yet, and there's no other white in the pack. Yeah, you say Ivy Elemental's fine. I say it's not. I kind of want to take the Gale Swooper just to be in a different color, but I think Singer is better, so I'll just take the better card. Here's the card I wanted for the Reanimator, so maybe we take this and try and see if we wheel that Reanimator spell. I'm kind of into that. The Reanimator was fun. I want to try it again. Should we do that? Let's do that. I'm doing that. Let's do that. You want to do that? I hope you want to do that because we're doing that. Here's a Rise Again that helps out with that. We could try and wheel it, but probably shouldn't be greedy if we want to go for it. This, however, certainly helps. Maybe I will risk it. We ended up with more of these than we needed last time. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and take the sweeper spell that would actually be really nice to get early and know we had and could build around a bit. A lot of the problem with these -2/-2s is that they come up after it's way too late for it to be good in your deck. And here we have it early enough to make it good. And we get a Stitcher here saying we're doing the right thing. Oh yeah. Just VIP right now, Harrison, but tomorrow you can draft this yourself. Here's a Rise Again #1 for us. Kind of want to take this Sanctum in case we get a black Sanctum. Just make the... Yeah, but we'll do it. Let's do it. We're doing it. We will rise again. And let's try being the inventory deck here. If we're gonna try to self-mill, inventory gets good. Well, it should be at its best when we're self-milling. So I kind of want to try this. Inventory, because if we loot and mill, sometimes by the time you cast your first inventory, you're drawing 3 because you've put the other 2 in the graveyard. Would love to find another Stitcher. We've had 2 drafts with the Stitcher, but no drafts with 2. It'd be nice to have the reliability of 2. Also got to keep an eye on that blue looter. Hey, here's another inventory. But Gloomsower, we found, is pretty good as a reanimation target. But how many of these do we want? Versus we'll take a lot of these. I think I want, if we're doing the inventory thing, I kind of want to do the inventory thing. So I'm gonna move in on this, and we'll pass that reanimation target. Well, we might be in the right color. Do we want to cancel to protect our stuff, or do we want an opt to help find it, or a Thornwood to potentially splash? I think we take opt here. I don't think it's not necessarily doing enough in this deck, but I think it's the pick here. Take Thrill for some discarding. I mean, I think I'll just take the Megalodon here, but Thrill could be a splashed card in this Reanimator deck because you do need ways to get stuff in the yard, and Thrill will do that. Hopefully don't play a corpse, but sometimes you need a 2-drop. We could hedge on the land here now that we already have 2 7s. I guess we're taking the land. I waited too long anyway. Sure, Mr. Long, we'll talk about what we've learned. It's always hard to come up with a lot of great takeaways on day 1, though. Usually we're just trying to figure it out. Look, it's more gigantic sea creatures for us to put in our deck. Definitely doing that. Wouldn't mind the ghost light, but taking the whale. Here's another green splash if we wanted to pick up the land, but what does this have for us for reals? It has a... Oh, it has the Protege. I like the sphere enough to play it, but Protege is what I was talking about, wanting to make sure we get here. And now we got to look out for more Rise Agains. Here's the Gloomsower, but we're going to get a Carrion, the overperforming Carrion Grub. Carrion Grub has done quite well for us today. You only need a couple cards in the yard before it's, you know, it's what's that card we played in Wishcoin Crab, you know? Like it's almost a Wishcoin Crab right out of the gate. Doesn't take much for it to get much better than that. So there is a Blue Sanctum, and it does loot. Here's this Sower, but I like the Sanctum for... and there's a Rise Again. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Rise Again. Did we fail to wheel one in the other pack? Kind of failed to wheel one. But, oh, the Sanctum gives us a third looting. I'm going to take the Sanctum. And hopefully nobody else is doing this deck, and we can find a couple more Rise Agains. But missing looting was what felt like the big problem with this deck was when we played it before, so I'm really trying to focus on those. I don't know if that's good enough, but that's not a zombie. This is a zombie, of course. Opponent discards. Probably just want to flash 2/1. I don't love any of this. I guess I'll take a Devotee. Nah, I'll take the flash 2/1. It's not great, but I'll go curve. We'll go curve. Ooh, Grim Tutor, also not great, but maybe we're combo-y enough to consider it. This is a Mythic, 1 black. Search your library for any card at all. Put that card in your hand, then shuffle your library. You lose 3 life. Now, for 1 more mana, they give you this for no life at all at common. But take away a mana, and it's a Mythic. Might just want a Denial or this Imp. Oh no, let's. Yeah, I'm going to Imp. I know the Lurker is somewhat on plan, but actually we have the discard now, so I don't want the Lurker as much as I want some early defense. So I'm going to take that Death Toucher. Arcanist. Maybe we play Arcanist because it pumps out a Rise Again early, but if we don't get some more reasons to play an Arcanist, we're probably not going to run it. Here's the crab I was talking about, but we're going to grab Archer here. Are we playing the Larcenist? Yeah, probably. I think I like it over Cancel. It's proactive. I'm just going to hate this from somebody. Another Looter. Are we playing this many? Maybe now we have too many. I'll take it, though. I think we like it over Read the Tides. If we actually have 7, 8 mana or whatever, we want to hard cast this stuff we've got going on here. Taking a Gloomsower here, though. So it looks like we're not wheeling the Rise Agains, unfortunately. So now we really have to prioritize those. That's a bummer. Maybe I made a mistake by not prioritizing them earlier, because if we don't get any in the last pack, that's just it. You know, our whole plan becomes a little bit more long game hard cast this stuff instead of Rise It Again, which could be okay. We're just really heavy on the top end. But we have the looting to get rid of it. Hopefully we end up with 2 Rise Agains from this pack. And then I'd be happy. No Rise Again for us, but we do get a Kraken that we can add to our list of reasonable stuff to both hardcast and reanimate. Is that better than a Singer? Nah, Singer dies to our -2 anyway, so I'm just going to take this. And really, I haven't been talking about or thinking about the whole -2 when I've been taking things like this. I think we take a Sphere here, although, yeah, I'm happy that we have some low end, and we actually don't have a lot of 4s, so it's something to do at 4 that will control things a little bit. We got a nice bounce creature here, but running out of time to find another Rise Again. Sorry, Nose. Turn on that noise canceling feature. Oh, running out of time. Running out of time. I think I'll take another inventory, though. I kind of want to see if we can make that work. So, you know, we got plenty of 7s. Don't need another Sower. And I don't think we're doing the zombie thing. Oh, man. One more Rise Again. Here we go. Rise Again? One. Nah, it's funny. We could make 2 excellent blue-black reanimator decks out of the 2 we've had today. Unfortunately, they each have half of what you want. Did I pass something awesome or did I take it? What's the devotee? I don't know all the names. I don't know if I got what you wanted or passed it. Oh, the zombie maker. Hey, it's the Rise again. We got it. Whew. I guess I haven't fully parsed that card. Maybe the Zombie Maker is better than I'm giving it credit for, and I just haven't fully processed it. All right, now what do we need? We got another Rise again. I must not have read it right, if it's that much of a bomb. I didn't see how it created him every turn. Maybe I just missed that part. Opt, I'm putting in the board because I don't think we're playing it. I don't think we're playing this one. We got the 3 frantic inventories that I would rather try. Scanner maybe makes the cut as just some generic chumper. We'll see. Oh, so it triggers on tokens. No, guess nobody's in the blue-red deck. Wow, this is a late rousing read. Might play that. Yeah, this is funny. We have well, we have the tools here, kind of. Let's just move in on the plan and see what that looks like. Like maybe these imps. I think this is too many of this, too much of this stuff. Wow, they're all interesting and different though. Maybe we can run them all. You cut the archer. I'll cut the singer. Although, actually, the singer survives the haze, right? Right? Because the prowess. That's funny. Why not 6, 7 drops? Because at some point, even if you can loot them away, it's too many. And you can get you set yourself up for some awful opening hands that you have to mulligan. You just don't need that many of them in a reanimator type strategy. Anyway, let's see. Library Larcenist has got to go. Rousing Reed. Does some looting, but we've kind of got that covered, so I'm going to let it go. And maybe we let the scanner go as well. What does this look like? 1510. This Arcanist, what is it casting for us? It's casting Rise Agains early. It's casting Reign of Revelation. It's casting these frantic inventories. Is that enough? It is. It also blocks. I think since we have these, we don't need the Arcanist. The Sanctum is actually looting. I like the Sanctum because it lets us put our biggies in the yard. You want rousing? Yeah, but I mean, anything with it is, right? Yeah, we could how about this? We'll put in a rousing read and cut one of the proteges. So we have similar amounts of, you know, it's another looting source. Then we can set up that possible meanness. Where is it? And still have our same quantity of looting sources. With this much looting, we could shave lands. We're not trying to hard cast these. We're trying to, except we are trying to hard cast them. That's a lie. We're trying to both reanimate them and hard cast them. So with the double black haze, double black darkness, we're going to add extra swamps and find one more cut. Could be one of the big cards. Could be one imp. Although, I like the imp blocking. Could be the ghost light, which also doesn't survive the pestilent haze. I hope you got your issues resolved, David. Get that deployment done. One more cut. What is it? Maybe it's just the archer. Yeah, I'm going to cut the archer. And you think this Kraken is underwhelming? Really? I want to try it. I want to prove for myself that it's underwhelming. I mean, I guess we could cut it and play like the protege or something. That would be like my last change if you thought this was not good enough. But also it's a 6. Like, this is the most castable of this stuff. All the others are 7. Yeah, I mean, Sower is technically, you know, it's the most vulnerable, but it's still worth playing, I think. Let's try this. Yeah, Kraken plus Stitcher, like, I like that. Like, tapping 2 a turn, maybe more. Oh, sure, it does it's an infinite loop, huh? Well, not infinite. You gotta do mana every time, right? That's the importance of mana costs on your activated abilities. You put mana on there, it's a lot. Can't really just go easily infinite. Well, this is one of the problems with a deck like this, and that's what I was saying, is you play a ton of high-end, you can just get some really unkeepable openers, and we got a mulligan this. It has no defenses for early aggression. Easily keepable. Drop an island. And we're gonna cycle the Waker on 2. And looks like we do indeed need to be prepared against aggro here. Boros? Boy, give us our -2/-2, huh? Hello. Oh yeah, -2/-2, please. Let's see. Okay, that's could be some pressure if they go off with some spells. We'll see. Ooh, so we'll put Singer in the hand, inventory in the graveyard. This is why I wanted to try this. This seems fun, trying to get inventories into the graveyard without actually casting them. And let's see, we can put the Stitcher down, but it can't... I'm just going to play the Singer. It threatens the Chorister. Ooh, this is the excellent card that everybody's been talking about. Throwing counters around. Pretty good stuff. So they're offering Arsonist for the Singer. What are we doing? We're going to untap and probably have to play the Fetid Imp and threaten to activate... Oh, we don't have a... Oh, we do have a second Swamp. I'm I'm actually going to take this trade offer. This is not going to get us very far in the future for blocking. And this is just another thing that's got to be, yeah, I don't know. It's a little aggro life total protection here, but we're just in a bad spot. We are under a lot of pressure, under a mulligan in a controlling deck that's trying to get its feet under it. And we're gonna have to play this Fetid Imp and hopefully trade for a weird. And then next turn, either draw something or do a Rain of Revelation and find something that can help us stabilize after taking yet another hit. But we can't, like, this has all got to work now. If anything gets disrupted here, we're probably just done for. That's actually good for us. I mean, it's a lot of damage, but it means at least this Fetid Imp is taking out the Spellgorger. And we got a Grasp. Okay. We could wait until they got greedy and try to get them after activation. But that's asking for it in ways I'm not prepared to accept, so I'm just gonna Grasp now. And see if we can't stabilize. Another one! Well, Marshall didn't like this card, Luis did, and we're seeing Luis's side of it a little more here than my side. Do we have another... Do we have a second Grasp here? That was before. Like, I'm trying to figure out if we need to go for a Grasp, or we just die. Maybe it doesn't matter. I think we're just dead no matter what. So I will go ahead and I'll Rain. In case I'm forgetting something. Doesn't look like I am, though. Yeah, we had the tools to handle that deck. We just didn't find any of it, and we had to mulligan. But if we'd found our -2/-2, we would have won that game pretty easily. They had some 3 toughness, though, so we still would have had to deal with that, but we had some tools for that. I think if we could have wrecked a couple of their creatures, could have found a way. Instead...
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
Well, starting on 3, but got to keep. Got a 3, 4, 5. That's nice. I don't think that's true nose. It's good outside of being buffed by the 4-drop. I mean, we killed one and the second one came down and... Yeah, maybe I should have gone for the whale. Meta may be right. Maybe I just blew that game by not going for that whale play much earlier. But try this. Boy, we're just getting wrecked tonight. And I think we gotta make the trade here. Sanctum does what rain does, except slowly over the course of several turns. I'm just going to play the rain at instant speed. Yeah, I don't necessarily love it either, Nose. I'm just saying I disagree with the notion that it is only good in the context of specifically having that one card or whatever. But I'm with you. I'm not trying to oversell it. A lot of 4 power here just being annoying, but we are going to start bouncing, although the trouble is you don't want to bounce these. They hurt you. So we'll see. Maybe we have to ride something again. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what we draw here. And yeah, we'll put the Kraken in the yard so that we can get it out a turn early. Might have to just do that. Carrion Grub could be the fatty instead of rising the fatty, but yeah, let's just see if this is enough. If it's not, it could be tough though. 4/6 is ostensibly a good blocker here, but if they get rid of it, we're done for. Or if they have like +3/+0 first strike, because we got to block too. I'm not going to not block. Thor living up to his sleeves and color and, you know, and approach. Yeah, so we got to block here. Oh well. Think that probably means... Okay, that's good. At least it wasn't... I mean, their 4/3 is dead. The real problem there would have been if they had the +3/+0 first strike. Then they have both their ogres out, and we're like, what are we doing? But Capture Sphere, maybe even Ghost Light. That seems all right. But this can't go to the face, right? So that's actually okay. And what do we want to do here? Play another Swamp. Yeah, we can play the Grub. Kind of like sending this back while they don't have the 4 to re-trigger. So I'm going to do that now. I don't think on 6 mana they can come up with a 4 power and a this. It does allow them to re-trigger it now off of the Jester, but we're about to get pretty big here. I'm just gonna make this thing attack. Now I want to hold lands, though, and try to loot them away with our Sanctum. Haze doesn't look very good against this particular oppo. I could just play this land, and then we actually get a 2-spell turn. Probably worth it. I was going to hold lands to loot, but they see it's worth it to 2-spell this turn. And I'm going to offer our Ghost Light for the Ogre. And then we can 2-spell for 2 creature, removal and a creature. Yeah, I was just say they probably take this and try to just get us with a crack back, but we got some tools here. Milled our Grasp. Milled another Frantic Inventory, so if we find our last one, we get an Ancestral. That's cool. And we could just play this now, but no, we want our removal ready, so we'll just hold this Capture Sphere for their turn. Maybe they'll try something going for the win that we can disrupt with the flashy sphere. Like that. I think Grub is just good. We just keep seeing that this Grub is overperforming its mana cost, but we've only been playing it in decks where it belongs, so there is that. I've only really played it in black green and black blue, looking to self mill and get a lot of stuff in the yard. All right, picked up one win there. One more game here, then I'm going to turn in and be back with you on our free-to-play account for some live server action tomorrow. But let's give this one more shot. Yeah, if they had Sure Strike their nose, they would have ruined us, but we had to play like they didn't, or else, because how else were we going to win, right? Oppo going first. We have Rain and a Rise and a reanimation target and an inventory, so I'm going to keep. We don't have our black yet, but there's a lot going right with this hand, so I think we should keep it. All right, even got a swamp on time. If we get another swamp, we can even potentially haze on 3. Haze on 3, rain on 4, rise on 5 would be the dream. Only going to haze on 3 if they give us a reason to, so look for other 2 toughness creatures to hit the board. I'm not going to play the haze just to get the imp. I'm gonna hit the full control, just be a little bluffy here. Ah, this is the one we declined to take. Feels tough to get going, but maybe they'll make it sing. Let's see it, Oppo. Let's see it. Got our own Fetid Imp. I'm going to pass on that. We've got Reign of Revelation at instant speed, so we could hold, but they're tapped out in blue, so I'm just going to do it now and get this whale yard bound. Man, with all this land, maybe I'm supposed to keep and just hard cast him. Yikes, that is a lot of land. Could have discarded the Megalodon as well, but only have 1 reanimation spell right now. Landlording, big time. And Oppo does have the mana, but with this card in their deck, I expect that they're doing something like Frantic Inventory or Reign of Revelation of their own. And I'm going to assume that they're trying to make this Ageless Insight work, and I'm going to go for the Rise again. If it doesn't work, we're very close to hard casting the Megalodon, so we have that backup plan. Now, they may have it all. Like, card drawing goes great with counter spells, right? Because then you get to choose one or the other. But it looks like it was what I thought. They're in the card. They're drawing cards, not countering spells. Now, if they have the 5 mana removal, it actually takes 8. So I think what they were gonna remove it, but then they couldn't. That's my guess. I'm with you, developer. I liked the reanimation style they went for in Ikoria, and that they're going for it again to a certain extent here. And really, of course, the big play to make that happen was making a 5-mana common reanimation sorcery. I have a feeling our whale is going to die soon. I'm going to go ahead and Pestilent Haze after attacking here. Well, I'm now changing my mind. I didn't block because if you block this, then it loses the ability creatures you control attack each combat if able. So that's why I left it alive. Now we're going to figure out what to do after we attack. And here we get to go Pestilent Haze, follow it with the Imp, and even have the no, we don't have it all, but we'll do this. So now I am losing the pirate ability. So given that we're doing this, maybe I should have blocked anyway, but I didn't know what they were going to dump afterwards. It's getting rid of this Palladium Mirror that may give him the mana to be able to kill the whale that I'm partially trying to do here. Although I guess the Arcanist is going to make that happen too. Anyway, we'll go Imp here. But I'm kind of expecting now the whale dies and they have 8 mana. Yeah, that was my read last time. Though they were trying to finishing blow and didn't read that what the card does exactly. But we just get to, the nice thing about these reanimator decks, you reanimate something on 5, they answer it, and then you start hard casting the stuff you couldn't in the turns after. So we're gonna make a hard to kill shark and see if they can figure it out. It's a lot of cards up here, but this is hexproof. They got to come up with something. That is indeed something. Might have to win this one by milling. Because this is not a May. As they're going to choke on cards, so if we can live, should be all right. Rise again? Sure. So now we'll go ahead and make that trade and we can just bring it back. We might just bring the whale back again. Yeah, I like what they're doing. Let's see, though. I like... should we self-mill before we rise again? Actually, we don't have the mana to do all of that, so... we will go ahead and bring back the whale again. I'll hold that, though. Let's do this. I'm not attacking, though. I don't want to attack. Oh, I guess they don't have Fetid Imp activation. That's why I was not wanting to attack. But we could attack given the Fetid Imp can't activate. Sorry, that makes sense, enemy. I was thinking I didn't want to trade for Fetid Imp, but Fetid Imp can't activate. That being said, what do we get out of an attack at this point? They can't block with this, so it's fine anyway. Oh, that's true. They only just now spent the mana. So I didn't want to trade for it. That's why I wasn't attacking before. Ooh, we'll keep that, though. They're drawn like heck with this Ageless Insight, but the hexproof I think just might get there. They're drawn like heck, but we're drawn like hexproof. They did it again. But we're about to get another answer. Yeah, we got Whale Tribal all day long here. try this on. Well, I'll attack first, but... I want that. I don't want to mill, so I'm keeping stuff on top. Making literally all of their creatures 0 power also seems pretty good. Good night. Thanks for hanging around, Steve. What is this about? Well, we'll take that trade. Oh, they had to, of course. Yes. Is that the one we want dead? Yep. We have 8 mana. I guess we just Gloom. I'll send the Waker, though. It's a forced block. Forced chump with the Singer. And they still don't have the tools to take out this Waker. And now we could do Gloom Sower, but I kind of like having 2 bodies, maybe a little more. Yeah, they have to chump attack, so we could just play the 8/6 and try and eat it. They have so many cards, though. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, it only drains when we attack, not when we block. So we're not going to drain on blocks, and I guess we should still just play it. Yeah, that's fine. Deal with it, Oppo. Thing is, they just have so many cards, they probably have the tools to deal with it, is my concern. The important card here is I think our Hexproof. Just so. They're at 6 cards. Well, it's a core set. There's probably some board wipes. There must be, like, is Planar Cleansing in the set? Planar Cleansing is always in the set. I told you, Hexproof is going to be the important thing here. All right. Wow. They were doing it. They were staying alive there. I was trying to figure out how we were going to win, but I guess they thought that was enough. All right, came back for a couple more wins on that one. I'm going to go to 0-0, though, for the record, to set up for tomorrow when I come back on and play some more. I don't know why Arena's struggling here to get us to a screen. No. Wizards really tries not to make stuff legendary unless it's very important for it to either be legendary for story purposes, for commander purposes, or for power purposes like the shrines. But legendary is a drawback that just is like, your card is ostensibly cooler, but worse because it's harder to play, you know? So they try not to make stuff legends if at all possible. Like land, you know, there's all these lands that are obviously a unique location, but if they gave it legendary, you'd only be able to run 1 in your deck, you know, like classically, what was the lightning bolt land? There's a whole deck around it. This Farscape, or you know what I'm talking about. So Valakut, thank you. Valakut. Obviously that's a legend, right? But they can't make it legend or else the deck doesn't even work. Yeah, all sorts of stuff like that. Legendary is a funny mechanic. Mark Rosewater often said he just wished that Legendary had no drawback whatsoever, that all it was You know, you could just play as many. You can play them, and yeah, you have 3 copies. Whatever, who cares? Like, he just doesn't like that. Ostensibly, you're trying to make this card cool, but by making it a legend, you make it worse. But I like to counter argue that by making it worse because of legend, you got to make them powerful, and they do. You know, there's legends that couldn't exist without the legendary rule. In fact, in the debates in R&D about if and how to change the legendary rule, cards like the 2/1 first strike for 1 and a white that makes all non-creature spells cost 1 more. That was a case where they're like, Mark, we can't change the rule. That card becomes too powerful. Yeah, Thalia becomes too powerful without the legendary rule. So it's a trade-off. Anyway, good times. Always fun to do the preview. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to say farewell to our YouTube friends, and then we'll find somebody to raid. Thanks, YouTube friends, and thank you for my live YouTube friends who are here because it's the evening when I'm not usually streaming, or evening Seattle time. But thanks to my YouTube friends who are literally watching on YouTube. We'll catch you next time. Bye.